Covering our dream chasing essay prompt, which is our first one. So let's dive in. First thing is I want you to have your Canvas page here open, and here we have our page that has our prompt. So that's the first thing that I want you to open, dream chasing prompt page on our module. So go ahead and download that. Download. Okay, so check it out. Let me put myself in the corner. I really like this picture. So happy. Dream chasing essay. What could this be? Look at that picture. He's so happy. Okay, so check it out. In the article entitled How a Janitor at Frito-Lay Invented Flaming Hot Cheetos by Zachary Crockett, we see that an important part of achieving dreams and success requires taking risks and being brave. This means moving forward despite our fears and anxieties. The thing about a dream and success is that it does not look the same for everybody. These dreams and definitions of success can range from entrepreneurship to helping others, family-oriented goals, to artistic ambitions, etc. There is no monolithic dream or definition of success, as each varies from person to person. So here's your task. Write an essay where you answer this central question. If there were no limitations or fear holding you back, what would you say is your largest goal / dream? Here's some guiding questions that guide your thinking. What's holding you back? Can you do anything about it? If so, what are some of the steps that you can take now? What can you take from Richard Montañez's story as you move forward on your own journey? Write some more guiding questions in your brainstorm. So what I'm saying here is like, is there anything else that you would want to ask yourself about this topic of dream chasing and following your dreams and following success, whatever that definition is to you? If you have any other questions that you'd like to ask yourself about that topic, as well as linking something that you took away from the article, then have that in mind, because there will be a space for that in our brainstorm. Because the cool thing about when you can work that way, where you can ask yourself something about the topic, it really helps you to organize and frame your thinking better, so that when it comes time to actually write your rough draft, then you have those signposts, you have that direction established for yourself. Okay, so remember that all goals are made up of smaller steps. So the baby steps that you take today add up to a larger goal / dream that you can achieve tomorrow. Absolutely. I always think of it like a glass jar. Like, the glass jar will represent an objective or goal. And achieving that objective or goal, I like to think of it like when it's full of marbles. So, because there are only so many hours in a day, right? I like to think of baby steps. So, put one marble in the glass jar every day. And then with time and consistency, you'll fill that glass jar with marbles, right? And that'll translates to achieving your goal and objective. So baby steps and little by little. So here's the format requirements. MLA, as we always do, and we've been learning as our format for this class, yeah? 1-inch margins all around. We want Times New Roman or Arial, 12-point font, double spaced, and a works cited page. Because, I mean, at the very least, right, you're referencing the article, so you would absolutely need to include this, How a Janitor at Frito-Lay Invented Flaming Hot Cheetos. That's the name of that article, right? Because it's helping to front load our topic here, and the paper's asking you to make mention of it, yeah? It's an outside source that you're citing here. Okay, so this will be a minimum of at least 3.5 full pages. Here's your distribution of points. So the essay in itself will be worth up to 100 points. The peer review workshop, which I'll explain in the other video, that was going to be 20. And correct MLA format and the works cited page, that's 5, for a total of 125 points, right? Here's your deadlines. This is really important because I know that we typically follow the trend of having everything due on Sunday by 11:59 p.m. But here we're breaking it a bit, yeah? Especially because this is a fast-paced 6-week intersession. So your brainstorm will be due by Wednesday, which is June 30th, by 11:59 p.m. The workshop, you'll have to post that by Thursday, July 1, by 11:59 p.m. It's going to be at least 2 pages, and I'll explain more about what that'll entail and how you'll actually go about doing the workshop in another video. And the final draft is due on July 11th. So mark your calendars. Mark your mission control. I like calling wall calendars. I like calling my wall calendar my mission control. It helps me to anticipate and visualize deadlines. It's an important one. Okay, here's the rubric. Strong papers will have the following traits: explicitly answers essential question in their thesis. Yeah. Demonstrates clear, insightful, relevant, and deep critical thinking. Treatment of topic is thorough. Has a strong and engaging intro and conclusion. So we're in the organization part, yeah? Has a strong, engaging intro and conclusion. Organized body paragraphs to speak back and somehow support their central thesis. So right, that talks to the cohesiveness, yeah? Everything in the body paragraphs has to go back to your central project that you establish in your thesis. And that's how we do academic writing. Employs effective transitions. That's a big one. Remember in our grammar lesson, last week's module, we talked about the importance of transitioning from one topic to topic. And that is just as much within the same paragraph as much as from one paragraph to the next. You always want to establish that point of commonality between the topic and the next, yeah? You never just want to place them side by side, because if not, for the reader, the experience is like, whoa, that is so abrupt and choppy that all of a sudden you're talking about one thing, the next the other. You always have to create that bridge, that transition. And that's by being explicit with what the point of commonality is, yeah? Format mechanics, MLA, like we've been talking about, citing sources, fewer no errors in spelling, punctuation, grammar, or format, distinctive voice, and appropriate point of view. So this one actually is a narrative, right? This paper is a narrative. Absolutely. You can use I. One of the big things that, in high school they hammered into is like, oh, don't use I. But no, you can use I. And specifically, this is a narrative, and you're integrating your own story, and you're integrating what you took away from this article too. It's a fun one. It's a fun article. It's a fun essay, because it's helping you to take a moment and really kind of consider and be introspective as to what you really want, like what you're envisioning for success, for yourself, for your goals, for your dreams, for your ambitions. And actually all of you who are in this class, you're in college, right? You're in college for a reason. Surely it'll help you even determine, like, what's your vision, what do you want to do with your education, why are you here, what's your goal, yeah? So that's our prompt. Oh, one last thing. You'll notice that on our page, I also include student sample essays. So these are anonymous submissions of students from my past classes that have written this paper. So you can see potentially what an iteration of this assignment could look like. So that's that. All right, so that is our prompt. So first, get those brainstorms in, and I'll explain that in the next video. And yeah, if you have any questions about the prompt itself, please let me know. Remember, I'm always happy to schedule a Zoom meeting. Just please let me know. All right, thanks, guys.